Hello everybody, welcome to Wild Boy Movies, the place to talk movies, and we have gotten our fourth and final teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday that is attached with screenings of Avatar, Fire and Ash, and this is the Black Panther, Wakanda, and Fantastic Four trailer that we got leaked last week, but now it's officially online, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it here in this video and speculate on what could be going down based off of that trailer. But be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below your thoughts on this teaser for Avengers Doomsday. And now that we've gotten all the Avengers Doomsday teasers, stay tuned on the channel because I will be making a whole video talking about my thoughts on all four of these trailers, as this is just a breakdown and theory speculation of these trailers. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so like I mentioned, this is the trailer where we do get to see the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four, although to be accurate, it is just the Wakandans and Ben Grimm, the Thing, since he's the only Fantastic Four member that we see in this trailer. But I actually want to go ahead and start here with this teaser, and that is we are finally getting to see the Fantastic Four interact with MCU characters. Now, I know we did get that already with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, with John Krasinski's Reed Richards. What I mean by that is that we are finally seeing these Fantastic Four characters that we saw in last year's Fantastic Four First Steps interact with characters of the MCU. And this is going to be the Fantastic Four team that eventually merges into the MCU post-Secret Wars. And it's a great way to get ahead of that before the post-Secret Wars reset, having the MCU characters like Thor interact with characters from the Fantastic Four, and maybe even see them interact with the X-Men characters that we are gonna see in Avengers Doomsday. But for this teaser, I do like the interaction between Ben Grimm, the Thing, and M'Baku, where M'Baku is like, I'm M'Baku, King of Wakanda, and then the Thing is like, Ben from Yancey Street. And I'm very curious to see what other MCU characters are going to interact with the other members of the Fantastic Four, since again, we don't get to see Reed Richards, Sue Storm, or Johnny Storm in this trailer. This trailer also lets us know that the Thing will not be having his beard that he had towards like the second half of Fantastic Four First Steps. I actually did like that look for the Thing, and it was something different that I don't think we saw that much of in the comics, but here Thing is just not gonna have his beard, and I'm completely fine with that. And I also gotta imagine this connects to a theory that I have for Avengers Doomsday that I think is the most likely theory of the theories that I have for Doomsday, is that I think this is happening after Doctor Doom goes ahead and kidnaps Franklin Richards, which you saw at the end of Fantastic Four, and I think the Fantastic Four goes ahead and figures out multiverse travel and goes to different universes looking for Franklin, leading directly into the post-credit scene of Thunderbolt, where the new Avengers are finding out about the Fantastic Four's arrival into the main MCU timeline, and now I'm thinking that that spaceship is not headed towards New York. I think it's headed towards this exact area where we do get to see M'Baku and the Thing meet for the first time, and maybe the other members of the Fantastic Four are in that little spaceship. But I do also want to go ahead and focus in on what Shuri says in this trailer, because in the trailer she does say that she lost everyone she cares about, which is referring to Black Panther Wakanda Forever, where Shuri did lose T'Challa and her mother, Queen Rwanda, in that film. But I do want to focus on the line where she says that the King of Wakanda has his duties to prepare everyone for the afterlife, which I think is referring to the ancestral plane, which is what we got to see in the first two Black Panther movies. But with Shuri saying that M'Baku, who is now the King of Wakanda, has duties to make sure everyone's ready for the afterlife, really gives me vibes of what Ian McKellen's Magneto said in last week's trailer, where he said that death is coming for us all, and who will you be when you close your eyes? So it seems like that there are multiple universes, whether that be the X-Men universe or this MCU universe, who know that their universe is slowly dying away. And that really seems like that is really showing how dangerous and threatening that this version of Doctor Doom is going to be, with him possibly wiping out various different universes. I mean, we even had Thor praying to the Allfathers in his trailer, and we also got that Magneto speech, which I mentioned, and now with this Shuri line that we got in the trailer, it really gives us an idea on how Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is going to be portrayed in this movie, and he seems like he's going to be a very powerful and dangerous threat to various different universes, and we haven't even seen Robert Downey Jr. at all in any of these trailers. But I don't think every hero in Avengers Doomsday is gonna have like that mindset of just accepting their fate, because I do think that someone like Sam Wilson's Captain America is gonna be determined to do their best to try to save the entire multiverse. Because these heroes have gotta be hopeful that they could at least try to stop Doctor Doom from doing whatever he's planning in this movie and try to save the entire multiverse instead of just accepting their fate. Like what it seems like with Wakanda and Magneto. This trailer does also give us our first look at Namor in this movie, which is another Black Panther Wakanda Forever character appearing in this movie, and he has a different look from what he had in Black Panther 2. In fact, when going back to that bag that one crew member got for Avengers Doomsday, it seems like that Namor is gonna have a look that is similar to what he had in the Ultimate Comics. And when looking at Namor's outfit in this trailer, it definitely seems like that he's going to be wearing that Ultimate Comics look. And the last thing I want to talk about with this trailer is this desert setting that we do get to see in the trailer, because this is where M'Baku and the Thing are going to be meeting for the first time. And I believe this desert area is the same area where we do get to see Namor and the Talakanians at in this trailer. Now, I think it's unclear whether or not this desert area is actually somewhere near Wakanda in Africa, or if it's our first little glimpse of Battle World, which in the Marvel Comics is a place where Doctor Doom goes ahead and creates to combine various different pieces that he rules over in a place that he calls Latverion. And I gotta imagine the creation of Battle World is what's gonna lead us into Avengers Secret Wars and be the big Infinity War style cliffhanger ending for this movie, is that Doom taking bits and pieces of various different universes and merging them together in a world where he completely rules over to where he becomes God Emperor Doom. And I just don't know if this desert landscape that we do get to see in this trailer is actually Battle World. I gotta imagine it's somewhere near Wakanda. But again, Talokan, which is the home of Namor and those people, are also in the same desert-looking landscape. So there is a slight possibility that this could indeed be Battle World, and all of these different universes have collided into one at this point in the movie, but I just really doubt that to be the case, because I definitely think that Battle World is something that will happen in the movie, and like I said, will be the big cliffhanger ending for Avengers Doomsday. But for all we know, this could be just some random universe that is just a desert. But with all that being said, that's it. This is all of the Avengers Doomsday teasers that we are getting that will be attached with Avatar Fire and Ash. But even though that's all the teasers that we're going to be attached with that movie, we might be getting another teaser for this movie come in a couple of weeks, because we have heard from a scooper online saying that we are expected to be getting another trailer for Avengers Doomsday come during the Super Bowl, which is happening on Sunday, February 8th. So we may be weeks away from getting some even more footage for Avengers Doomsday, and I'm hoping that this trailer gives us a glimpse of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom in the movie, because I was hoping one of these trailers would be a Doctor Doom Center trailer, considering that Doom has had very little to no build-up during the multiverse saga whatsoever, considering that all the build-up and focus was on Kang the Conqueror. But time will only tell, and until then, what did you guys think about this teaser for Avengers Doomsday, and what theories can you pick up from this trailer? And stay tuned on the channel for when I give you guys my thoughts on all 4 of these Avengers Doomsday teasers. But until then, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video, and have a great day.